Hey guys, how's it going? Brian Otto here. If you've made it this far, congratulations! This is the final tutorial that you're probably gonna have to watch for Titanfall 2. This is the fold weapon. This is the final act, the final level. And there's a lot. There's a lot to cover here too. It's about time I got a proper tutorial for this level because I watched my last one the other day and it's bad. It's bad news. Um, this is definitely a level that I think can a lot of people can improve on, and I hope all the knowledge I have of it will help you out. So we'll get right into it. Fold Weapon has a really long cutscene, but also some really nifty movement, and probably my favorite boss fight in the game. The correct dialogue option here is X. We're just going to fast forward through most of this. The first trick that we're going to be doing right off the bat is going to be called, it's just what do we call it? I don't know. Platza strat or something like that. It's really simple. We're going to be getting to BT's dialogue early after this whole cutscene plays out here. So, all this will happen. Get together. Oh my god, you slow, you bastard. Oh my god. Okay, so when you wake up here, it's really simple. You hold you hold back, you hold S, you wait till the fire gets right in front of you, so about like right there, the fire shows up, and then you walk forward. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. I did it in slow-mo just to show you the visual cue, but that's all there is to it. That saves like 5 seconds. And then you're right here. And you just wait for BT, and he pulls off his face, and he's like, use my innards to escape. And you hold E. So this first section is a little scary because if you die here, if you die in this opening spot, the game will actually soft lock. So getting through here correctly is really important. The thing that you do right off the bat, of course, from over where BT is you jump left, right, and then you hack the console. From here I do a jump, and then I'll jump to the right and then airstrafe to the left here. And then once I get to the stairs, I'm gonna like mass jump up the stairs. The game will pretty much always hitch right there. That's a really common hitch point. So if your game like does like a little stutter right there, totally normal. You can see the jump kit will tell you when it's initializing, but right now, at the beginning you don't have a jump kit, you only have one jump. So you come over here and then you kind of do a left arcing strafe, fast jump, shoot that dude, and so once you get right here, there's a couple ways through. If you went through here fast, your jump kit won't be online yet, so I normally just go over here and get to this wall. If I bonked or anything, or I went slow, you can jump to this pipe. Your pipe is going to be the next bet. So the correct route through here is going to be the pipe, and then you do a wall kick here, wall kick here, wall kick, and that's the proper way through there. You have to be really careful not to die anywhere in this section, because if you die anywhere in this section, the game soft locks. You'll respawn down here, but the game won't give you your jump kit until you just have a single jump, and you won't be able to get up anywhere. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, I mean, you can do wall runs through here too if you really wanted. Like, if you're just saying this route works with wall runs. But if you are doing wall runs, you probably skip that wall kick on the left, and you can see this. But as always, wall runs are slower than wall kicks, so this is like just a strat. This is just like, it's a movement technique that you should be doing your best to get good at. So you come here, kick, play double jump, kick, play double jump, kick, kick, double jump, and you come up here. This part up here can be a little tricky because you want to get through this doorway without bonking and of course without dying. But the lineup for it is really weird, especially if you do like a wall kick here and you want to like double jump again, or not double jump again, slide hop again. It's just really awkward. So what I recommend when you come in here is you normally come in about like at this angle. You do a double jump and then you just run on the wall, and then you do a single jump and you can just slide straight through. The wall run is definitely the way to go through here. You can do a wall kick if you want, but the wall run is like so much easier for finding a proper lineup to get underneath this door in one go that I really recommend just using a wall run. So we'll show this one more time all the way through. You strafe to the left and then the right there. Hold E to hack. Do the hacky bits. Jump to the right, arcing straight to the left. You only have a single jump here, so you can mash up the stairs. Shoot that guy. Come over here, kick off the right wall. Wall jump arc. Wall jump arc. You do kick, kick. Shoot these guys, so just like mash click, do a wall run, and you can just do a jump and then a jump, and it gets you through. That is that's probably that's the quickest way through. I think one other final thing to note is that when you do come down here, this wall kick right here can be a little scary because I believe there's like something you can bonk right there. I'm not sure where exactly it is, but there's definitely like a bonkable surface on that ceiling, so just be wary when you come through. And I think this, oh, okay, I have a checkpoint out here, so that works. So just be wary when you come through there. When you get out here, let me make sure I have a double jump and it didn't soft lock me. Yeah. When you get out here, I'm gonna run on these explosive containers. I always thought this was like it always looked like a heater to me, but I guess not. I run on these and then just do a strafe to the right around the corner there. Nothing too fancy here, pretty simple. Yeah, you do that, or alternatively you can do a slide out and then do a kick off that as you come around. Both of them route equally as fast. Just kind of, you know, depends on whatever you're comfortable with. I like doing this. So you come around here, this is just pretty simple slaloming and slide hopping. Once you get right here, I'm going to double jump to the zip line to shoot these four guys. The game will push you off the zip line yourself, and so just let yourself ride it the whole way. Don't get ahead of yourself and like jump off early, because the zip line is actually pretty fast. And the zip line is actually pretty fast. It's faster than just doing this, for example. Like the zip line is faster than this, believe it or not. And it gives you a really nice lineup to come in here. So just ride the zip line all the way down, shoot those four dudes at the end, and I like to reload on my way in as well. Yeah, the zip line's really fast though. Reload. Now, from once I come in here, I'm gonna do a instant double jump and then wall kick off the wall. Shoot these two guys. Once we get in here, this section is actually pretty fun because the walls are so close to each other. It's gonna be wall kick, double jump, wall kick, straight to the left, and then ideally another wall kick and a wall kick. So you can actually like go through here really fast. I don't know why. I used to like do this through here like just constantly like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah dude, I'm so fast, I'm jumping left and right. Yeah, but when you're jumping left and right like this, it's actually not fast, and you're spending a ton of movement speed going left and right and not straight. So the less wall kicks the better. If you want to do this, if you're doing just wall runs as well, again, the less wall runs the better. So you'd be like here, jump, here, here, jump, here. But you can actually clear this in some wall kicks as well. There's like lots of weird geometry on the walls, so if you get caught up on that, it's kind of tough luck. That's just kind of how this room is set up. But I would just like use your pistol all the way through here, kill the dudes, better than risking them getting in your way. I guess the strafe pattern through here can be a little tricky. After that second wall jump, I use the wall jump arc, and I jump back toward I strafe left toward the other wall. And I do the same thing here where I do the wall jump arc off of this wall, then on my double jump, I strafe down the hallway here. And if you have enough height, you can get above this shield guy, and you can actually headshot him with the smart pistol here. I took an extra wall kick there because I feel good about my lineup. There you go. You can actually get a slide hop all the way in here, but it's pretty tough. So what I end up usually doing is just landing and then starting a slide on my own. Go like this. So you can actually like technically get a slide all the way through. Doing that's really hard. That's like pretty hard even for me to get this. Mainly because these two parts of the door stick out. So when I come down here, it's normally just I get here, land here, and then I do a slide. So you come through here. Boom, 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 boom. That guy. Slide through, and once you do the slide through here, again, pretty simple movement. You do a slide, straight left, and you're gonna slalom all the way through. Don't go out of your way to wall kick anything here. It's usually not worth your time, and if you can wall kick it, it has some weird geometry to it, and it won't give you as much speed as you want. I mean, I guess you could like do that if you wanted, but it's really I never find any benefit in it. So you come here, boom, boom. This hallway is pretty tricky. Again, for me, I'm always gonna try and find an optimal wall kick path. So I do a double jump, straight left, double jump, right, left. They say double jump, I mean wall kick. So if you can chain wall kicks through here, it's going to be a lot faster than just doing wall runs. Yeah, most of the time you're coming at about of an angle like this. Kick left, kick right, left, kick left, double jump, kick. And you can sometimes like bonk that. If you think you're gonna bonk it, just tap S. Tap S is the best way through. But I find coming through on the left side is fastest, faster than going on the right. It's just less distance you're traveling. And you can again, if you're going through here with just wall runs or you missed a wall kick, the less jumps the better. The more like S patterns with your strafes, the better. Just try and keep it to like a minimum amount of wall jumps. This is normally my main advice here. So if you're not good at wall kicks, work on your strafing. You can just get through here like that. But yeah, otherwise the main way through is, and I keep loading that save on accident. Otherwise the main way through is again like slide, jump, wall kick, wall kick, wall kick, wall kick, and then you're through down here. So you want to get through this next section with a pretty high amount of speed. Make sure you're shooting these guys, because if you get shot by any of their like little energy balls, it can slow you down. This is like a pretty tight movement through here, and if you have a lot of speed coming in here, it's really nice. So you get through here, and then just a strafe to the left, double jump, strafe to the left, then strafe to the right. You come out of here with a lot of speed is really nice, because once you get here, you do a double jump straight off this, or sorry, you do a double jump and you want to land on this little right here. You can definitely kind of like feel the lineup as you do it, or as you practice it. It's actually like not too hard to hit this guy. You can do like a really quick wall jump, or sorry, wall jump. You can do a really quick double jump, or you can time your double jumps. So you like do this, or if you come out too late, you can do like a really quick double jump on top of it. But the main thing is you want to be jumping off this. You want to be jumping off on top, off the top of whatever this thing is. When we jump off the top of here, it gets you up. It gets you up here. And then from here, you do a wall run, and then you slide off the top of this, and then you want to grab the pipe. So things to keep in mind. I don't recommend wall kicking this guy, because there's a lot of weird angles with it. A lot of things that stick out, and if you wall kick, it's going to give you like a weird. It's going to put you off in a weird direction. So just a quick wall run is fine. Don't wall kick off the pipe either, otherwise it's going to send you in a weird direction. Aim for the like upper right side of the pipe. That's the best way to consistently get a wall run here. About right there. And you just jump off. So I'll do this at speed now. Kick, 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 kick. Go. Double jump.
I'm pulling its data core and preparing it for Titanfall.
There we go. You're up here, double jump, wall run. And then once I get about right here, just start mashing Titanfall.
Your Titan's standing by. Call it when ready.
And here we are. Stand about this distance, and then I just kind of mash you to install the data core. So once you get here to BT, you can actually skip having to talk with him by running around behind him. I find the best way is just to, you can't sprint or anything, so you just hold forward. It's not faster to jump or anything, you just hold forward here, get about behind him, and you can get inside BT. Once you get into BT, I do an instant switch to tone. I do a dash here, come around here, do a dash here, and then we're ready to get started. Make sure I have a quick save set up. Cool.
Cooper, I'm throwing everything I've got at the IMC, but it's not going to be
Whoops,
enough
there
to
we go.
stop the fold weapon. I need you to get inside its control.
So once you get here, I'm going to line up with this rock, and I'm going to use it to dash across this little little railing for the bridge here. First thing I do is shoot the tone 3 times, get a barrage on him, and then I want to get multiple locks here. There we go, and then build core, and then boom, we have core, Ronin, sword core. At speed, when I'm doing it properly, it's going to look like this. So dash here, dash here, dash, 1, 2, 3, whoops, that was a mistake, 3, missiles, 1, 2, 3, missiles, switch to Ronin. Once you hit Ronin, I use sword core. I use a phase dash right there because there's a lot of enemies. And We just sword core all the way up here.
Give me a sit rep now.
Captain Landiger of the Rutledge. Stockton took a broadside.
Once you get right here, things would be a little messy. So once you get here, you can use a dash and then a phase dash, and that actually gets you up to this, excuse me, that little corner right there. If you don't have sword core there for whatever reason, use a dash here and you hold crouch. That'll get you up there too. It's just a nifty little shortcut. It saves having to walk around the outside of this thing. Nifty, right? Another thing to mention when you're building core here, sometimes you might get a little unlucky, and the 6-4 will nuke one of the Titans you're trying to kill. So normally what I'll do here, if I can't get enough core out of just this, so let's say I get here and then oh man, I still need core. So I'll like do this, since I don't have enough core. You switch to Ronin, just use your arc wave. Gives you a ton of core. Phase dash through here. Again, this is pretty simple. Got a little damage boost, got a little lucky. Another damage boost, that's actually pretty lucky. And then once you get here, use a phase dash, and you're around the corner. Then you can get up here. So once you're here, this is going to be what we call a door skip. And so generally at this section of the game, what you would need to do is clear out all the Titans here, and then clear out all the Titans that come out of this door, and then wait for the door to like officially be open, then you can go through. What you can actually do is you're going to disembark about around the middle of the door here, and we're going to disembark about right here, and there's actually like an invisible, not invisible, but this part of the door like isn't solid, and we can just clip right through it. And so some of the stuff you have to be careful of here is the tone, primarily. The tone can mess you up, and so if he's kind of giving me a bad look, I'll just throw an arc wave at him and then I disembark. And then you get to the door. So stuff to keep in mind right here is you don't want to disembark into the door. Don't disembark into the door, because if you do, generally speaking, if you disembark into the door, you die. That was not a good example. Don't disembark into the door. I also don't like to use disembark jump here because I find it puts me up like a bit too high. So I just like disembarking straight through. Usually this tone will shoot at BT, but sometimes they'll like actually the Titans will actually shoot at you. So you gotta be careful here. Other things to keep in mind is that the part of the door I guess is right above this little white guy right here. So I'll usually disembark at the door, do a wall jump on it, and then I strafe to the left. And if you're holding crouch, you can actually kind of slide off the door as it's shutting, and that allows you to get a slide boost going right away. So, tone's giving me a bad look, arc wave, disembark, double jump here, and then we're through. So once you get through here, this is just a straight shot through. You're going to be slide hopping left and right, or square stripping left and right. You want to conserve your ammo mostly. So once you get down here, all the enemies are going to be coming out the left side of the hallway. So you stick to the right side of the hallway, and then once you get down to the end, there's all these specters that come out, and they all have like archers and stuff. That's really scary, and they do a ton of damage to you. They're all killing each other, and so dying here is definitely a possibility. So it's something you got to be careful of. So what I normally do is I'll stick to the right side of the hallway here. I'll stick to the right side of the hallway. And then, once the specters start coming out, you gotta double jump over this guy. Once the specters start coming out, just like wail on him. And generally speaking, you shouldn't die if you're doing that. Once you get past them, I usually find the best way here is gonna be, I like to cut this corner with the rail. I'm going to double jump here, and I want to get high up on this right wall, right here. I want to get high up on this wall. Then from this wall, I do a wall boost, double jump over here, and not a wall boost, this isn't Mirror's Edge. I do an edge boost. I get over to this wall, I do a wall kick, and then I do a double jump and hold crouch. That's going to prevent me from mantling here, and if I do end up like just barely grazing the top of the rail, it gives me a nice slide, or I can jump off it. Once I get here, I do a bunny hop, or a slide hop, double jump, and then I double jump again. Then that usually gets you up here, and then from here you can just you just slide hop the rest of the way. Make sure you shoot some Marvins for good measure on the way in, and that brings you to Sloan Fight. So before we get to Sloan Fight, I will run through this one more time. Here we go. So right, left, right, left.
Stop the IMC from using the full weapon at all costs.
Whack the shit out of those dudes. Try not to head bonk. Recover quickly if you do, so you don't die. Jump off the rail. Double jump.
Initiating
Edge
preliminary
boost.
foam
Double jump.
weapon power systems.
Double jump. Wall kick.
Powering up targeting
Wall
responders.
kick. Kill Marvins. You don't have to kill Marvins, but you know. I'll take 10 seconds off your submitted time if you do it.
Initiating targeting systems.
Okay. Just kidding, I won't.
Coordinates
So,
264.8 recorded.
once you get to Sloan fight, oh, by the way, something I should note, there are times that when you do this, BT can get caught up fighting a Titan. And if he does that, the game can crash right here. The best thing to do is just to go back and then when it crashes, it'll crash the main menu. And so the best thing to do is just to go and from the main menu, just hit continue. And it should take you back to the hallway. It's not a huge time loss. So don't freak out. It's something that can happen, I want to say, every 1 in like 50 times that you get here. It's pretty rare, but it does happen. So here we go with Sloan fight.
That time they do something.
So Sloan fight's definitely my favorite fight. It's broken up into 3 waves. I'll kind of walk you through my thought process with this, and I think we'll do the fight slow-mo so I can kind of articulate what I'm talking about on the way through here.
One for free.
Articulate what I'm doing on the way here. Articulate what I'm talking about. So if you're lucky, BT will still have full ammo with Scorch, or with Ronin, and he doesn't. So he doesn't have full ammo. But I did have core. So generally speaking, you don't have core at the start of this fight. But if you do, just use it immediately and you can cycle someone out of her first phase really quick. Sometimes you won't have core. So assuming I don't have core, what I'm gonna do here is generally speaking, BT will have 4 shots in his Ronin or in his shotgun here. But when he doesn't, the best thing to do is oh, he has 4 shots now. Okay, so I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I come over and hit his melee here. Usually 2 melees gets her to her next phase. So that's kind of like the start of Sloan fight. And if you guys remember from the Beacon 3 fights video, you can control where enemies are spawning by where they're looking, and the same thing applies to everything inside this fight, aside from the Reapers. So if you have core, use it. If you don't, come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then melee, and then melee. And as soon as she switches, I switch to Scorch. So this is called getting really unlucky. That never happens. That if she laser cores you like that and she gets past the amount of HP where she's supposed to switch, I'm sorry, dude. You just got super unlucky. She like never laser cores there. So just a heads up. All right. So one more time. Oh, we have Scorch out now, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you melee. There we go. So you turn around immediately. If you turn around immediately, you'll cause the Scorch and the Tone to spawn right here. And so so normally again, you don't have core here yet. So what I normally do is I put down a flame trap or 2, shoot here, flame core, and then now usually about right there I'll have enough for core. So I do then an instant flame core. Somehow miss the Scorch. You normally don't miss the Scorch. In any case, you gotta dispatch of him as fast as possible here. Should do it. Hello. Okay. There we go. So once the Scorch is done, I'm gonna look back in this spot right here and force Sloan to spawn here. At some point. There she is. So when she spawns for the first few seconds after she spawns her, she's invincible, which is always really, really fun. And so I think this is I'm actually in a pretty precarious position here. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to cycle her to her next phase without dying. I'm gonna try real quick. Generally, if you get this instant laser core like this and you're at low HP, the best thing to do for the sake of your run is to run back to my right, and there's 2 batteries over there. You should probably grab those, but sometimes you can out DPS her. Just doing it right here is gonna be pretty hard. Oh, we actually got really lucky because she took forever to turn around. Okay, cool. So that'd be really, really good. All right, and then once you come over here, there's going to be 3 Reapers that spawn. They're going to spawn on top of each of these crates down here. So the first one comes down. You go 1, 2, 3. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Last one, same thing. Aim for crits as always, which is in the middle of the chest. And then we're going to swap to Scorch again and then come down here. So we can actually make Sloan spawn down here by looking in this general direction. Pick up a couple batteries. Keep you safe. There she goes. So we're going to wait for her to start her laser core. So she's invincible for the first few seconds here. Now we're going to lay down our flame wall. Shoot her. And we're just kind of waiting for her to flame core and she's not doing it. So I'm just going to do this. There we go. We just kind of want her to like burn up. There we go. So her taking that long to laser core is like really unusual. What you don't want to do here is melee and executor. The melee execute is like really slow. So the thing to do is you want to get her on top of a thermite or on top of your thermite trap and just let her burn. And when she's in doom state, you can just walk away toward the arc injector. So let's do this. Let's do this fight again, yeah. Your death scream slow mo is pretty good. I think it's gonna have me on Ronin, or sorry, Scorch at the start because I loaded a quick save. Okay, so
You know what I see when I look at you?
1, 2, 3, 4, and then swipe, turn around with Scorch. Both of these guys spawn, so we'll put down a flame trap or two. Boom. It's the flame core. They're both dead, or he's almost dead. There we go. Now we're gonna wait for Sloan to spawn here.
Coordinates locked. Freeport system.
There she is. Okay, so let's see if we'll do There she goes. That was really good. Okay, now we're gonna switch back to Tone. Waiting for these guys to spawn in. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you can't find one of the Reapers here, he's normally up. Over here. So now we're waiting for Sloan again.
Ring momentum at 97%.
There we go. There she is. Now we're just gonna wait for her to laser core for us. If she takes too long, we'll just drop it down on our own. There we go. And that's it. So like as she's dying, you can normally do like a retreating flame core, and kind of like make your way back toward the arc injector while you're waiting for it. Sloan fight's definitely like my favorite fight in the run, and there's kind of a lot of different things that can happen. But as long as you follow those general guidelines that I talked about and follow that same kind of core path, you should be good to go. There's a long cutscene here. I don't think I'm gonna sit through too much of it. Just be sure to hold W after Blisk walks away. Just be making sure to hold W. That's another thing to mention. So we'll get to the final run here. So the final run, I'll show it off in full, and then we'll break it down piece by piece.
There's nothing we can touch down on here.
If I'm flying through this shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot.
Whoops.
I'm tracking you. Keep
Okay.
going.
I fucked that up, so we're gonna do it again. So we'll get to the final run here. I'm gonna do it in full, and then I'll break it down piece by piece, as is tradition.
This shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot. I'm tracking you. Keep going. That's it. You're almost there. Move. Cooper, jump
All right.
for it.
So that's the final run. It's about 30 seconds long, and there's kind of a lot that goes on there. So let's break this down. There's a couple things you can do at the start. You have two options. You can do a wall run off this wall, and then jump over here, or alternatively, you can just do a jump here, and then go right here, and then right here. In any case, there's like kind of like a little, you can kind of skip having to do the wall run. So, I think this means we're dead. That's kind of cool. I know that could happen. So, what you can do here is, if you're really adept, you can actually wall kick right here, and then make it the whole way. If you're a little nervous about it, it's fine just to do a short wall run, but generally speaking, this wall run is nice because it gives you enough speed to do a wall kick here. About like right there, and then sometimes you can make this all the way and hopefully not die. Yeah. Alternatively, the only other thing I would do here would be like jump, you go left, right, and then you wait till you get to the blue thing, jump straight left, jump straight right, and then straight left. Once you get here, you're gonna want to not hold crouch. It doesn't matter what dialogue option you choose before PT dies speech. You're gonna want to hold. You're not gonna want to hold crouch. You're gonna hold space, and you're gonna hold W. As weird as that is, or not space. You're gonna hold jump, and you're gonna hold forward, basically. That's gonna allow you to slide across this
I'm
thing.
tracking you. Keep going.
And then once you get there, you're actually gonna wanna like aim for the right side of this jump here, and then grab the wall here. And when you grab the wall as it's moving like that, it'll kind of like launch you forward, which gives you a ton of speed for this section, which allows you to kind of like carry over this entire section. It's really, really cool.
That's it.
There's obviously a lot going on there.
The evac site
Holding
might
W
be
there is really
there.
important. If you're not holding
Nothing we
W,
can touch down on here.
you
If I'm
won't
flying through this shit
you
show,
won't
you
slide
better
like
be
that.
there on time, kid.
Move, pilot.
So, hold space and W. You jump here, you're gonna jump off to kind of like the right side here. Grab the wall at the very start. Make sure you let go of crouch early because that wall is really particular. Jump off the end once. Double jump here. And then when you get right here, make sure you're holding to the right. You want to hold to the right here, and you want to if you're gonna slide on this last little platform, if you're gonna slide on it, only do it very briefly because if you like hold slide on here, the game will sometimes like clip you into the floor here. I've seen it happen to so many people. It's definitely a thing that happens. I'm probably not gonna make it happen on my own. But when you hold to the right here, it allows you to kind of like stay away from that tree on the inside, and the tree on the inside has like a huge fucking hitbox on it. So you can be like what feels like miles away from it and still hit it.
You better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot.
So W,
I'm
jump,
tracking you. Keep going.
jump, and then jump, jump, grab the wall early, like go crouch, jump up right here, jump, and then you jump again about right here, hold to the right, go crouch,
That's
instant
it,
jump,
you're almost
straight
there.
to the left.
Move, move. Cooper,
Boom.
jump for it.
Got a visual.
You don't have to do this strat. Obviously, I recommend trying to learn these because they're not super hard and they do save time.
The evac
But in any
site
case,
might
yeah,
be
you can
in
jump off
there.
this left
There's
wall.
nothing we can touch down on here.
And if I'm flying through this
Jump
shit
off this
show,
left
you
wall.
better be
Watch
there
out for
on
this
time,
debris. Don't
kid.
hit it.
Move, pilot.
And then hold W here.
I'm tracking you. Keep going.
If you do choose to come up here, make sure you let go of crouch really early. Jump off here. Double jump here. And then at least grab on. If you have to, you just grab onto that wall. Do a quick jump off of
That's
this,
it. You're almost there. Move, move. Cooper,
and you're
jump
through.
for it.
Got a visual.
And shit, dude. That's the fold weapon. And I think that's the conclusion to my updated Titanfall 2 speedrun tutorials. If you sat through every single one of these and watched every single minute, I applaud you. That's a lot of footage. I applaud your dedication. I hope all of these were helpful to you in your Titanfall 2 speedrunning endeavors. Hope to see you down there on Typhon. I hope to see you in Discord. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this. If you have any questions, of course, always don't hesitate to sound off in the comments.
A lot of people owe their
And
lives to you. And
I'd
the
say I'll
BT.
catch you guys in the next video, but this is my last one for the series. So
Barker,
I might go back
set
and
a
do an
course
advanced
for
movement
harmony.
tutorial, something like that. I don't
Take
really
us
know.
home.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy any of these series, consider following me on Twitch on twitch.tv/brianato. If you're feeling generous, streamlabs.com/brianato. Thank you guys very much. Catch you guys next time.
Millions of others